This is Beach Talk Radio.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all ships at sea. This is your captain speaking, Mean Gene. Mean Gene. The following will be a test of the ship's whistle, the sonar alarm, the cable alarm, and the atomic attack alarm.
Hello, America, and welcome to the #1 radio station in all of Fort Myers Beach. Beach Talk Radio. Here are your hosts, Kim and Ed Ryan.
Yes, we are here together. Surprisingly, we are here together. Yeah.
Slid right in, right at the last minute. My arm looks big on there.
That is the closest you've ever come.
Yeah, that was close. Thanks to Marie's expert driving.
Okay,
we got here on time because I messed up. I messed up.
Okay. There's going to be some splaining to do right here about why you roll into the show.
And I apologize to everybody in Wisconsin because I messed up on that too. Because Sheboygan is in Wisconsin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I said it was Illinois. And yeah.
Why did you say Sheboygan was in Illinois? What happened?
Well, because we were down at Tuckaway and we got into a conversation about they get some of their ingredients from Sheboygan.
Ingredients for
their beer and their food food too.
So for anybody that has, which is mostly the entire audience right now, who has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Although you may have watched Facebook Live within the last hour, Kim and Marie were down on the beach, which is 30 minutes-ish in traffic from Margaritas on 41. I could be less at 6 a.m. in the morning or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Well, we made it in less.
And you were at Tuckaway Cafe. We love
and the Lazy
Trey
Coconut Brewery
and everybody down there, and Amy, and who else was there?
Bruiser and Heidi.
Bruiser
Thank you,
and Heidi, yes.
for calling.
Calling who?
She called me.
Why'd she call you?
Because I left my purse down there while
wait. Don't please don't jump ahead of the story here. Let me tell the full story. Your plan was to go down there because they named a beer after you.
No, after my hair.
After your hair. And what is the name of the beer?
It's a hazy IPA, Kim's New Dew.
That's a long name for a beer. Usually it's like Bud Light or Blue Moon, or you've got 9 words. All right. Is it on the menu?
It's 9. Yeah. People were ordering it.
And how did it taste?
It was good.
Very tasty.
It's got oatmeal in it, so it lowers your cholesterol. Yeah.
A beer that lowers your cholesterol.
Wow.
It might put a little lard on your ass, but it will lower your cholesterol. Cholesterol. I can't say that word. So you went down there to do a live shot because originally you thought they might have been open a little earlier.
Yeah,
but
they
weren't.
really get rolling. Well, they open at 4, but they really get rolling with their music is from 5 to 7. And I apologize. I can't remember. There's a gentleman there tonight. Stephen Clark is kind of helping them out, getting entertainment there, and they're expecting a big crowd. They have the tables, they have the umbrellas, they have food. I know he talked a lot about brats and brat burgers and pretzel bites with beer cheese, and people were as soon as they opened, even a little bit, people were right there.
Nice.
And the weather is fantastic.
Yeah. Everything is perfect on the beach right now. Well, I you know what I mean, everybody. Everything, the weather-wise, and everybody, if you get a chance to go to Tuckaway Cafe, it's right before you get to the dangling wires of Town Hall on the left-hand side of Estero Boulevard.
It's on the bay side, just a tiny little bit
everybody knows where it is.
From Diamond Head.
Yeah. And so you went down there to do a live shot because we love the Tuckaway people. And so the timing was...
We got this great picture. Bruiser stood... like a bucket, and he's like 9 feet tall.
Bruiser is 9 feet tall. I see. I didn't see the picture, but
that's great.
So you went down there. The timing would have been perfect because you had it planned out. Then you want to come back and get ready for the show because we got people here. You know, we got some organization that we need to do. And what happened?
So when we got out of the car, I'm that kind of person that takes my purse with me everywhere. And Marie said, "Why are you taking your purse?" And I'm like, I don't know. It's what I do. and I set it down, and then we left, and I wasn't thinking about it because you were stressing me out about getting here on time. So we got back in, and we were
I was stressing you
yeah,
out.
Yeah. We were over the bridge. We weren't yet to Summerlin. And thank you so much to Heidi, who called and said, "Hey,
Okay, so let me ask you a
left
question.
your purse here."
So let me ask you a question.
You turn.
What was in your purse that you really needed to go back? We're going to be there in the morning.
Oh,
Like we go down there in the morning.
No.
Why would you need to get your purse?
My keys, my wallet.
Okay,
everything.
but Heidi is guarding it with her.
No, I know.
mean,
It's not like I was worried about
I
it.
could have
but I
picked
need
it up. For what? I could have picked it. You could have been
No.
here. We were kibitzing and chatting with people here, and you know
No.
this is really where you're supposed to be, and you know so you get a day off of work,
No.
and look what happens.
No.
You totally
You
dropped
need
the ball.
to keep track of your. I need to keep better track
Yeah.
of my stuff. So
Organization is not your
Nope, not my
hi-
strong
yeah,
suit.
Yeah, it's doing the
No.
show and taking care of kids and taking care of dogs and
Mhm.
saving family members and having fabulous hair. They didn't name a beer after me.
yeah, and the wind. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
The wind is a little bit up, but we pulled it off.
Yeah.
Thanks
So-
so much to Marie. Who
Good luck
I'm
to
indebted to.
tuck away down there.
Yeah.
They got the whole thing going on there with the food truck and the craft beer. It's really, and they are the nicest people
I
ever.
know.
Trey and Amy and Bruiser and Heidi and that whole crew is
I
is
saw
so-
John
so-
Goggin.
John Goggin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he? Yeah. Last time I saw him was at he came down and watched the 6-month anniversary show at Times Square. So it's always good to see
I don't think you're calling it an
the
anniversary.
6-month
but I
mark
know.
show.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
there, and he looks great.
Yeah,
and he's a
does
good
look
egg.
great.
So we got to
Like a
recap.
good Easter egg.
We got to recap a few things before our
Okay.
guests come on. Tomorrow, speaking of Easter, the Easter egg hunt. Tell Kim that Sheboygan is
I
in
know,
Michigan.
Jim. That's Jim.
No, Sheboygan is in. Well, is it in Michigan? You said it was in Wisconsin.
I said Illinois. I was completely
Illinois,
wrong.
Wisconsin,
But
or Michigan.
I think
You
there
think
is
he's
a
right?
Wisconsin. I know.
Wait,
I
is
don't
there
know.
one in Wisconsin?
Oh,
Sheboygan is in
something up
Michigan.
there.
Wow. Anyway,
We miss Jim.
Jim, yes, we do.
Yeah.
A couple of things. Tomorrow is the Easter egg hunt at Diamond Head. So that's going to start. I think it starts at 10 o'clock. And so if you're not signed up for it yet, you can probably sign up for it. Bring the kids down to the Easter egg hunt at Diamond Head tomorrow on Fort Myers Beach. And then our show is at 11 o'clock.
It's always so much fun. The Easter egg hunt and the hiding and the decorating.
Remember when
the
Jillian
whole
was
thing is
young
so
and we
fun.
used to hide eggs all
Yes,
around the house
yeah.
and the outside? And
Yeah.
the best part about the Easter egg hunt is opening up the eggs that are plastic and finding $100 bill. That's
No
what was
candy. You
no.
need candy in
that
there.
was the best part of it in my youth when we would do the Easter egg hunt and the plastic egg with the $100 bill. Like you're pushing your brothers and sisters out of the way for that shit.
What was
you
your
want
favorite
that-
Easter candy?
I'd have to research that.
Russell Stover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a chocolate
It's
or
a brand.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the Easter egg
bunny.
hunt for the kids on the
I
beaches.
really love white chocolate. Actually, I would always get white chocolate bunnies.
Okay, so tomorrow at 11 o'clock, the show at Wahoo
And
Willie's
deviled eggs.
will be. We're gonna have somebody from. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank now. Of course, I remember my clipboard, but I forgot my
Project
notebook.
Hope.
Project Hope. Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. We're gonna have somebody from Project Hope at 11, and then Karen Woodson, folks. Karen Woodson's
Such
coming
a
on
heavy lift with
at
you.
11:30. Come early. The Beach Talk Radio crowd is allowed to come in at 10:30, and you should ask for Tammy at
I
10:29.
saw her today.
Did you?
Yep.
And say, Tammy, I'm with the Beach Talk Radio crowd. I want the Beach Talk Radio discount, even though there isn't one. And just get on her crap.
There is no
Let me in. Let me in. You're allowed in a half hour earlier than the rest of the crowd. And then 11:30, Karen Woodson is going to come on. We're going to talk about the new town manager hire. We're going to talk about how she feels about permitting. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things tomorrow. So please come down to Wahoo Willie's and support the local business. In addition to coming to see Kim's hair tomorrow, which we kick it. Well, I'll be there at 9 o'clock if you want to buy some merchandise. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
No, I got to go swimming tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a little rough on the hair.
Why are you doing? Why are you swimming? We're
I gotta
doing the
get-
running.
I got to get back swimming. get back swimming.
So the speaking of fitness, everybody, the 5K in the last 24, the first 24 hours has
Are you
been.
running it?
No, I'm organizing it.
Oh,
I
wanna
am
run
the
it.
race director. I've never been a race director before, but I
wanna
am the
run
race
it.
director. So the 5K, in the first 24 hours, we have 90 registrations, 90
Nice.
people,
Nice.
local runners, walkers, and virtual runners,
Mhm.
which is crazy for 24 hours. We have 12 sponsors already, which is crazy. So thank you all for supporting what we're doing. The money, 100% of the proceeds after the expenses are going to go to FMB Strong at 820 Buttonwood, which is Heidi is basically running that ship right now, and Tim Ryan, and they're giving all the supplies that are collected, all the money that goes to that 501c3. It's an official 501c3. Buy supplies for people on the beach. So every registration, everything that we can raise, they're just going to get a whopping check for that. So thank you all for registering. It's just going to be a fabulous day, May 13th, day before Mother's Day 5K. I come up with the best names. Like the day before Mother's Day 5K. It's
Well,
got some rhythm to it. It's got
Truth
rhythm.
be told, you wanted to do it on Mother's Day, and I was like,
I did.
No.
Well, sometimes you need
Nobody-
somebody.
I know, but no, we want to get up. It's one day
Yeah,
that
well,
we can rest.
And I think most 5Ks are Saturday. It's going to be 7:30 in the morning. It's going to be on the beach or wherever you're running across the country. We're hoping to have 300 total runners, whether it's local or virtual. So thank you for that. The other thing, April 29th is going to be the concert that we're having in coordination, or we're partnering with Stephen Clark at Moss Marine on April 29th. We have Split Decision, who we're bringing in, and Steven's bringing in, I think it's Bill Beck or Jeff Beck. Is it Jeff Beck? Is he still around? It's one of the Becks. So it's going to be two bands, and we're asking people to donate for the Beach Kids Foundation. So, there's a link on our Facebook page and a link on our website where you can donate in the wish list to fill the backpacks for the kids. And so thank you guys for everything, for supporting those two events. Everything that we're doing, you guys have been great support of. What are you looking at? It's the
Nothing.
Masters.
Yeah.
Masters.
Why
going
did
on
they
there.
take a tree down, though?
Who knows? So that's April 29th for the concert at Moss Marina, and May 13th, Saturday, 7:30 is run time.
That's my friend's birthday.
Yeah. And there's going to be a fun run. And if you want to come and walk,
Yeah.
we're going to take a Guinness Book of World Records
Here
picture
we go.
of yellow shirts.
Here we go.
All the race day shirts.
You should do
They're
a
gonna be yellow.
handstand and do a walking handstand. See how far you
Is somebody
can
going
go.
to hold my feet?
Well,
I'm going
We'd
to go
have to
out and
ask
run
our
the
friend.
course again tomorrow morning before I do the walk around at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to make sure it's precise. It's going to be precise. We have a professional timing company. There's going to be medals for the first 3 finishers in each age group. If you're a grandmaster, I don't even know what that means. You're going to win.
that's us.
No, that's like 80
no,
or
that
something.
is us.
Yeah.
We are.
I already know who's going to win that one.
Yes.
But and there's
in the men's.
there's going to be like, we're going to give like 70 medals away during
I gotta
that
get
race.
practicing.
So anyway, so it's been a
Is
crazy
there
week.
anything else you need to tell me that's coming up?
I don't think so. I think those are we
Okay.
have a new town manager.
No.
Not we, but there is a new town manager that is that's going to be starting on the beach. But that's for another
Have
day.
they worked out all the?
They're in
contract stuff?
negotiations
Yeah.
now. They're in negotiations now. So why don't we grab our guests and get rolling here? There's an event coming up on Fort Myers Beach on April the 23rd. If you're thinking about rebuilding, that's going to be our camera there. So you don't get distracted by this silly laptop. So Jenny is here. We're waiting for
Annie.
Annie.
Yep.
And you guys have a huge.
Annie and Nicely, right?
Annie Nicely.
Dang,
Is that a
that's
is that a
great
real name?
That's her real name,
Yeah.
Annie Nicely.
And your last name is Beach?
And my last name is Beach.
That's
Yeah.
not that can't be real.
That just,
Yeah, it's real.
yeah.
It's
Wow.
thanks to my
Crazy.
husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your
What
husband's
was your
first?
maiden name?
Meserol.
Wow.
A little bit better.
Is your husband's first name Sandy?
Oh, it should be, right?
You know, there was a radio guy in Buffalo. His name was Sandy Beach.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, in Buffalo though,
In
it doesn't really
Buffalo.
work
Yeah.
too well.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
should be
Yeah, they have a big lake.
Sandy Beach though.
Sandy
Let's
Beach.
show.
We do Rocky Beach.
There you go.
Yeah.
So tell us who you are and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
background and the whole thing.
Yeah, so I'm Jenny Beach. I'm with the Pasquale Beach team with John Arwood Properties, and we have a big event coming up. So we're so thankful for Beach Talk Radio, and well, of course, all you ever do, right? I mean, everybody says that, but it's true. We're so thankful for all you've
Thank
done
you.
for Fort
Well,
Myers
thank you.
Beach. But we have a big event. We're working with a builder with modular homes. So what our goal is that we can keep people maybe on the beach at a more affordable rate, or people who are buying on the beach maybe at a more affordable rate. But this builder does luxury modular homes. They're going to tell you all about it. It's on April 23rd at 12:30 to 3:30.
When I hear modular home, are they going to be elevated?
They will.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you look at, some of the homes, you can
Mhm.
see that they're building them custom. They're elevated. You can put a garage below them, which is great. We can do a lot of different things with these properties. They can also do duplexes as well.
Mhm.
So they can do multifamily as well. Everything is custom done.
So I'm going to
you
share
work with
some.
their designers.
I'm going to share some of the pictures on the Facebook here, so people can see. If you want to talk about,
Perfect.
this is exactly what you're talking about here. Some of these homes look fabulous.
They're fabulous. They're absolutely beautiful.
So do they come in pieces on a
They
truck?
do. They
Wow.
do.
Like
So-
a Lego thing. Like yeah.
Yeah. So depending on the size, everything is built. I don't want to give away everything.
I know, right.
From
You
Millworth
want
or,
people
or
to come up.
Affinity, but everything is built in the manufacturing facilities. So you design it. So when you do a custom home, typically your finishes come at the end. Where now you're going to do your finishes at the beginning, because they're going to build everything there in the factory, and then they're going to bring it down. They'll do the finishes once it's on property. So yeah.
Cool.
So
And how long have you been working in this field?
in this field, I've been a realtor for 7 years.
What
Yeah.
did you do before that?
I was an HR manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's like a second career, right?
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
Do you love it?
I love it, and everything I do is on the beach. I love the beach. That's our market. Everything is Fort Myers Beach, so it's near and dear to our heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the event is also going to include lenders and insurance companies. There's going to be more than just builders there.
It is. It is. So we have the one builder that'll be there, Affinity, which is the manufacturer. He is going to be there as well. Then we have lenders, and we also have insurance companies that will be there. You're exactly right. So it's going to be a big event for people to get information, not just about this, but maybe about some other insurance needs they might have, which is really tough right now.
It is
Yeah.
tough. I
No,
think
it's a
they're going to
nightmare.
be met with, people have really struggled with
It's-
their insurance companies. So,
It's really hard right
Yeah.
now. And especially right now with a lot of lenders not, even lending on the beach. We have some lenders that will lend to build these properties. So
explain, these are affordable to people. I mean,
yeah, so they start at $325 a square foot. So very affordable. When you're looking at some of the custom homes, we're getting quotes that are $700 up to $1,500 a square. So really what we're hoping is that we can, like I said, people can preserve their land, people can preserve and buy and build back,
Mhm.
not have to sell their land. That's our goal, right? Keep everybody
Right.
home.
Yeah. So the event, we're going to be down there at the during the event, which is April 23rd, 5615 Lewis Street. I don't know where Lewis Street is.
Lewis Street is on the south end, and it backs up to Estero Boulevard. So it's close to, where like Lazy Way.
Oh,
or
I'm
it's
going to be
kind of
there
in-
tomorrow doing
Yep.
my walk
It'll
around
be
at
right
Lazy
down
Way
in that area.
and Pepita. Have you
Yeah,
ever been
oh.
on Pepita?
Yes. So it's in that area, right in that area.
Do you know where Pepita is?
yes, I was down there.
On your little tricycle?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
bike.
And
You
your
know, we
tricycle.
need to get one of those bicycles where we're, it's a bicycle bill for two, where you're
No
riding in the
way.
front and I'm riding in the back. And if
No
we did a
way.
video of the two of us riding the bike together, like,
Listen, I've already had one serious bike accident. I'm not
no,
getting on
I mean,
with you.
we'll put
It's not
training
gonna
wheels
be
on
good.
it. I mean, if we're riding together
Mm-mm.
and then we're commentating, I think that we should look into that.
It takes cooperation.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
have the cooperation?
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Sorry. That one falls into the
Hmm.
no category.
What
I'm
do
a
you-
solo bicyclist.
Yeah.
Bicyclist.
Uh-huh. When you see two people riding a bicycle, what are you doing?
Is your vehicle locked?
I don't think so. It's not. I don't think so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We get the random.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So, we're going to be doing a panel there after her bike ride, her bicycle bill for one.
Yeah, you just told me this.
We're going to be doing a panel with Affinity and the Millworth Group and John R. Wood, and so people will get more information.
People will get
even
more information
specific.
specific to your need. You know, you can bring your information out there, ask questions, figure out what works for you. If you have ideas of what you want to build, you know, all of those, you can ask questions, see if it's going to work for you. So it's perfect.
And it looks like they build in a couple of different designs. Like it's not just cookie cutter.
Mhm.
Correct.
So you
correct.
can-
So everything is customizable, which is absolutely phenomenal. So this Affinity builder, who is the manufacturer, so the builder is actually Millsworth, but the manufacturer is Affinity. So they are going to come out and they'll do everything custom. So Millsworth will do the designs with you, and then they'll send it over to Affinity, and Affinity is the one who builds it.
So how do you find potential clients for something like this? It's crazy down there. It's like it's a free for all. Like, how do you find somebody and
Yes.
approach them? They're going through all kinds of stuff. They don't know if they want to rebuild. They don't know if they want to knock their house down. They don't know if they can fit under the 50% rule. So how do you do that without actually seeming like, you know,
We're hovering.
or
Yeah.
anybody's
No,
hovering,
it's
not just
true.
you.
It's true.
just
So, we want to get the word out that we have this product available. So thanks to you guys for letting us get this word out. People can contact us. And then, of course, just advertisement. We're just advertising as much as we can. We're on the beach. Like I said, 96% of our business is Fort Myers Beach. So we know a lot of people on the beach. We're working with them. People are calling us to get lot values, to see if they want to list, trying to decide what they're going to do. Right now, as insurance monies are starting to kind of trickle in a little bit, then they have a better idea of, can I rebuild? Do I need to go? Do I need to sell? What is the best case scenario for them? So we're trying to work with everyone that contacts us to see best case scenario. Is it better to rebuild, or is it better to sell? And we have to help determine that. More so in the single family homes than in the condos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, what have you been finding? Has it been a 50-50 split as far as rebuild or sell or not?
Yeah, so we have a lot of people who are still trying to decide. I think that the insurance, we all know the insurance has just been a nightmare. So to be able to figure out that insurance piece first is really important. So we have some people who have listed their properties, and now we have told them about, this, and they have now pulled their listings and they're going to be rebuilding. So we just absolutely love the fact that they're going to be able to stay on the beach for something that's more affordable to them and their families.
I have no idea whether like a modular home or building from the ground, whatever the other option is called, like the price difference. And so can you?
Yeah. So like I said, a little bit earlier, some of the builders are saying $700 to $1,500 a square foot, depending on the customization.
So you could afford a square foot, dear. You're going to be living in a square foot. That's not going to give you. That's going to give you a toilet, I would think.
A toilet right on the beach. That's all you need on the beach.
That's
need
all he
anything
needs.
Wait, what?
You just need a toilet on the beach.
Yes,
Need a
I'm
toilet
happy
on the
with
beach.
that.
That's all we need. That's what we can afford. Yeah, but $325 a square foot makes it more affordable to be able to rebuild. And especially as insurance monies are coming in or not, deciding what's going to happen with all of that. We're kind of getting to that pivotal point where people are wanting to make some decisions here in the next 6 months.
When people hear modular homes, it might freak them out a little bit because, in the old days, modular homes were those things that you saw lined up on the side of the highway, and there was 1,000 of them. But when you look at these houses, they look like regular houses.
Yeah.
So how do you get people past modular homes so that they feel comfortable
That's
with?
a good question, because I actually had a very similar opinion at first. So,
Yeah.
I really did. I was like, modular homes, isn't that just like a trailer home?
Right,
in
right.
my mind, that's what it was. Meeting with this builder and hearing what they do is absolutely incredible.
Well, the thing too is it needs to be, hurricane resistant. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are hurricane resistant up to 180 miles an hour. They have many of them down in the Keys. We have a few in Sanibel that survived Ian, which is great. So we already have some true and tested. We survived
Right,
Ian.
right,
We can
right.
survive Ian.
Right.
Well, we can survive anything, right?
And they have to put the pylons into the ground,
Yeah,
right?
so they have different options for that as well that they can go over with everybody. But we can do the stick, like the stick pylons, or we can do the block ones as well. So there's different options for what they have, which is great. We're really excited about just different customizations, and basically their cost then is going to depend on your different customizations that you choose.
Now, can they choose? Is it just what kind of roofs are on? Is it
Yeah, you'll get to choose
metal
your roof.
or-
You get to choose your roof.
Okay.
So you could do metal, or you could do shingles, you could do tile. You really get to choose. They finish the roof once it's placed in its place. So they're
Now,
not
how long
finishing.
have you and your husband been married?
We've been married for, I don't know, I'd have to ask him.
Has
Really?
it been a while?
It's been 25 years this year.
Wow. You have
Wow.
kids?
We have 5 children.
Are you shitting me?
No, 5
Five-
children.
how old are
2
they?
adults. One is 24, one is 21,
Wow.
and then we have 3 teenage girls. So God help us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are they all still living at home?
We have 3 at home. One is just finishing college this year. He'll be coming back home, I think, at the end of this year. We're encouraging that. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
You want the kids
No one
living
can
at home.
afford
want
to
him
live
home.
alone.
Yeah, we
I
want him to
mean,
be able to save up some money and
Ding,
get
ding,
a
ding.
career
Yeah.
and do his thing. And so he's a good kid. We'd rather have him home. The other one's up in Minnesota, him and his girl, and they've got 2 kids. So I'm a
Nice.
grandma of 2.
Wow.
Now,
would
do
never.
you live on the beach or no?
I do not. No,
Okay.
I live up in Gateway.
She lives
By
in
you
Gateway.
guys, we're neighbors.
Hampton Park.
We're in Hampton Park.
yeah.
Yeah, we're right by you.
I was just running.
5
down
kids,
there.
3 girls living at home.
3 girls,
Wow.
3 teenage girls. Let's just mention that. Teenage girls.
Teenage girls living at
How
home.
many cars do you have then?
We only have 1 driving right now. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we have
Nice.
3 cars.
So you all drive together.
So we all
Share the car.
share the car.
No,
Yeah.
they only have one child
One-
driving.
one
They
child
don't
driving.
only
Oh, I
have
see.
one car.
I see. One car driving all those people around would seem to be a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, what do your kids want to be when they grow up?
So my oldest, he is a general manager for McDonald's. So
Okay.
he runs 3 stores.
Great company to work for.
Great company to work
I
for.
heard though, aren't they doing some?
They're doing some changes.
Yep.
What
but
are they
he's with
doing?
the franchise.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how it's going to affect them.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
kind of
Doing
changes are they
some
doing?
Downsizing,
Really?
right?
They
Yep.
are. They're downsizing.
I didn't know that.
McDonald's is, I
When
mean,
McDonald's downsizes, that could be a bad
it
sign.
could be a bad sign.
Yeah.
But I mean, people just want healthier living lifestyles.
Do they really?
I
I mean, I've been around a lot of people. They don't look healthy.
I don't
to
know.
me.
I love their biscuits. They have really good
Yeah.
biscuits.
When was the last time you were at McDonald's?
Last week.
Really?
I got a
think the
biscuit,
last
yeah.
time I was at McDonald's was
Before that was
the
a
last
long
Ali
time.
Frazier fight. When was that?
I know, but you used to eat those double cheeseburgers.
Oh my god! I went on a diet when I was a kid in high school because I didn't know any better, and I was a fat kid. So my diet was
don't have to be
starve
like
myself
that.
all day,
That's don't
and then
take advice.
my dinner
now.
would be
This is
2
awful.
double cheeseburgers, ketchup only for dinner.
Oh, wow.
And then I would do 1,000
So-
sit-ups. That was how stupid I was when I was a
Wow.
kid.
Wow.
So you were really doing intermittent fasting before it was.
Before it
Do you
was
know
a-
how good a
Yeah.
Do you know how good a
You're
double
right.
cheese, well done double cheeseburger with ketchup only from 2 of them a night? Like that was my diet.
I don't know. The French fries are good too.
I know, but that's not
Yeah.
part of a diet. You just gotta stick to the meat and the cheese and the ketchup. A little sugar in the.
Where
That's
are
a-
you from originally?
That's a true
Minnesota.
story, though.
I grew up in
Minnesota.
Iowa, went to college in Minnesota. We stayed there for
really
most
is.
of our adult years. So we got wise and moved to Florida. Mhm.
I messed
Yeah.
up. I don't know that you were listening earlier, but I messed up the whole Sheboygan thing. Is there a Sheboygan, Wisconsin, and a Sheboygan?
I don't
Minnes-
think there's 2 of them.
I think it's just
Michigan?
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
I thought it was in
Wisconsin.
Michigan. Is it
It's in
Michigan?
Wisconsin. There's a
Yeah.
Sheboygan. Well, I know for sure there's
Hmm.
a Sheboygan,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
There can't be 2 of them.
but I don't know about it.
Who would there would not be 2 of them, dear? I mean, I'm
I don't
shocked
know.
that you wouldn't know that. It's like you would never put yourself out there to be wrong.
Oh no, I definitely would. With geography, I'm not good with
I mean, there's got to be
geography.
somebody online right now that
Yeah,
can
no,
tell us.
we've had a couple of people. It was a big mess.
How old are your grandkids?
My grandkids are 4
4.
on Tuesday.
Do
The
you
oldest will be
spoil them like
Not-
crazily?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time they fight over who's their favorite. I always say none of them are. None of you are my favorite. Oscar and Nico are my favorite. Sorry.
Who is?
Oscar and Nico are my 2
Are those your
grandkids.
dogs?
No, my grandbabies.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So wait, you said
Oh, your kids are arguing
yeah,
over.
my kids
okay.
are arguing
I
over
see.
who's
I
the
thought
favorite.
you said your grandkids, and then you were like, no, not
yeah,
my
who are your? Do you
grandkids.
spoil the
Yeah,
grandkids?
I do.
though?
I
Yeah.
absolutely spoil them.
If
yeah.
Do
I
you
had-
have pets?
We have 2. Yep, we have a dog and cat.
What
and a
kind of
rabbit.
dog do you have?
We have a Yorkie poo.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
A
16.
what?
A Yorkie poo.
What is that?
A Yorkshire Terrier and a
And a
poodle. And a
little
poodle.
Oh, that sounds silly.
That's like ours was a multi poo.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having anything that ends in poo. I'm sorry. I'm not having any kind of pet that ends in
It's in a
poo.
Yeah, he's a good dog. He's 16. He's ready to.
Yeah, kick
He's
the
ready
bucket.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an old dog.
Oh.
I
He's
mean,
an
you
old
have
dog.
the oldest
Who's
dog
your
on
vet?
the planet.
We go to Best Friends Animal
Do you?
Hospital
Nice.
up in Gateway.
Yeah.
Yep. We're happy
Is
with that.
Barbara, is there a Sheboygan in Michigan too, or is it just Wisconsin?
Yes,
I'm
Barbara.
totally
Is
confused.
Barbara talking?
Barbara
Yeah, somebody
is
Google that fast.
oh boy. It's been now where's Annie? She is totally late now.
Yeah, so Annie had an appointment, so she sent me.
Hair appointment?
Oh, yes. But can you look? Can
Is
you
that
imagine
true?
her hair? Now look at her hair.
Did she blow
She's
off our
on
show?
She's on a show,
Oh, that's
Look
crazy.
at yours.
and look at you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Did she
amazing.
blow off our show for hair appointment?
No, she.
I
had-
would do
she
that
had-
too.
She had
Oh,
work appointments.
I see.
So
Well,
she
okay.
asked if I could come. And
Look,
stuff.
Marie's going to take one picture. Marie's
So-
job is to take pictures of the show. What she do? Oh, she's flipping me the bird. She takes one picture. That's what she does. If it's blurry, it doesn't matter. She takes one. Now, when you were at Tuckaway today, did she take pictures?
A
Yeah.
lot of
A lot of
pictures.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said, because I sent her a text. I said, when you're at Tuckaway, take pictures, like more than one picture. Like, we need lots of pictures. That's
So
what
do
social
you-
media is about, taking pictures.
Can I ask
there.
her a real estate
Yes, go
question?
right ahead.
So do you do more selling or more buying? Like, do you
we do more
represent?
listing. We do more listings, but
Okay.
we do a good number of both. But yeah, most of the time we're listing. Right now we have about 14 listings that we're dealing with. It's slowed down a little bit, but I think it's because it's Easter week. I think
Mhm.
it's going to pop back up again here in the next couple of weeks, especially as people are leaving. So, hopefully it's not a sign that, things are kind of turning down a little bit because our values are keeping very strong.
Mhm.
Things that we're trying to list right now, we're trying to list as close to pre-hurricane pricing as possible, especially with these condos.
If
So-
you're representing the buyer, what are some strategies that buyers can do to negotiate the best price for them?
Yeah, so I think they really have to come in very informed as to what's happening on the beach right now. The lack of insurance that we're able to get right now, or very expensive insurance, lack of lending. So, I think it's people.
Does that mean then it's a cash market?
It's a cash market. It's a cash market.
That's
right
not
now.
something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, but
I mean the term, but not being able to actually.
and that
do that.
really shouldn't scare anybody right now, because I would say, pre-hurricane, over the last 3 years, of course, that was COVID time. It was kind of crazy times. I only had 2 deals that were actually financing, and I do a lot of deals per year. So this is absolutely, insane that we just don't have the financing. We just don't do it, So most people are cash.
Most people are cash.
Most people are cash.
Like, are they walking in with a Halliburton case of
Yeah.
cash, or
Wouldn't that
is
be
it like
fun?
a check or
Wouldn't that be
something?
fun? No,
Or
just wire transfer it on over. Yeah, no, most people are cash, so,
does that save you on taxes, or is that? I mean,
it's going to save you on interest rates. But even when the interest rates were low, people weren't taking advantage of that, in our opinion. Oh, Annie. Hello, Annie.
hello. I got. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So, did you get your hair done? Because that's what we heard. You were on an appointment for your hair.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just joking. Yeah.
All
You're
right.
gonna switch with me.
Because there we
There you
go.
go, Annie.
Now,
Okay.
we in all seriousness, there's an event coming up on April 23rd. You guys reached out to us. We appreciate it. We're going to be there doing a show from 1 to 2:30. So thank you. Well, we're going to be there
You're
from
gonna
1
be
to
there. Oh, you're
2:30,
gonna
but
be
you
there
guys are going to
12:30.
be there
Yeah.
from 12:30 to 3:30. So thank you so much for coming down. And now tell us what your role is in all of this.
I'm basically organizing the event for my fearless leader right here, Jenny Beach.
She's been great. Her last name's not really Beach.
It really is.
I know.
And mine is really nicely.
It's crazy.
Nicely Beach.
Yeah,
I know.
Nicely Beach.
Nicely
Wow.
I know.
Perfect for Fort Myers Beach. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So, what can people expect, in your opinion, when they come down to the event?
Oh, I think it's going to be an absolutely fabulous event. Some of the things that I think they're going to be asking is, how are modular homes different today than they were before? Because modular homes in the past have had a very negative
Right.
connotation.
We were talking about that before.
Yeah, and today it's much different. And the reason we really enjoy working with Millworth Group is because they actually have a designer right there, and she doesn't charge anything for it. So that's a huge plus.
Yeah, and the houses look fabulous. I mean,
They do.
they don't
they?
look like the houses that you would see driving down the Long Island Expressway on the side of the road there, like lined up hundreds at a time.
Exactly.
Those homes, they look so much nicer now. They look
Yes.
like regular houses.
They do. They're absolutely gorgeous. And these are just a few of the types of homes that they have. But another thing that they do have would be like these cute little cottages. And they also have like duplexes, triplexes, quads. So, for investment property
Sweet.
as well.
And they have, well, you want to talk about some of the other, like you have these bullet points here that we didn't mention at all yet during the first half hour. So I don't know if you want to,
Well, we don't really want to cover too much.
I see.
Yeah.
we want people to
with
show
the
up.
items.
It's a
As
free
long-
event.
We do. It's absolutely free. And we're just really excited because this is the first opportunity for people to come and visit and actually talk to people from Affinity, who are the modular home builders. And they get to see how they work with our local builders here, which would be Millworth Group.
And part of this is you're trying to convince people that they can afford to rebuild on
Absolutely.
Fort Myers Beach, where right now they might be struggling with the cost of everything is insane.
Absolutely. And it does give them an opportunity also, not an opportunity, but an option. I think a lot of the homeowners that have experienced absolute devastation really don't know what to do, what their
Sure.
options are, and
Sure.
what their choices are. And this is just an avenue for them to consider.
Great. And I don't want to cut you off. You look like you were going to jump in there.
No, it's all good. It's
Yeah,
all good. Annie has done a really great job organizing this event, working tirelessly, getting a lot of people involved in this event with lenders and insurance people, like we talked about before, getting all of the preliminary information and then getting everybody organized. I mean, Affinity is coming down from Georgia.
Yes.
So we have
Okay.
a lot of people coming to discuss everything. We did talk about the hurricane ratings. We did talk about that a little bit.
Yes. Very
And
good.
then, the options that they would have time to actually speak to people when
Yes.
they come, on Sunday, the 23rd.
Yeah, and it's important for people to know that they're not going to just be pitched something. They're going to be able to talk to folks that are
That
showing
is
them the home.
really important to
Yeah.
us. Yeah, we don't want to. We're not being gimmicky. We're not pitching anything. We are literally trying to give people an option to be able to stay on the beach. Don't sell your place. Stay on the beach if you're able to.
Right.
you
And
know?
that's really what we want. We want a lot of these people that are like, can I afford to stay? I love the beach, but I don't know if I can afford to build. At least look at this option as maybe a way to stay down there and live
That's right.
for where you've saved all that money for all your life, and you had your dream home before it was swept away. And consider these different options that you have here. And I don't want to give away everything, but you have from like 600 square feet to 6,000 square
6,000
feet. So
square feet.
there's a wide variety of
Yes, there
choices.
is.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. So
And being
depending on
able
the-
to preserve, Fort Myers Beach as we know
Yes.
it. Some of these cottage homes, if we can
Mhm.
get them up on pilings and they look like cottages. I don't think any of these pictures, but there's a couple on there that look a lot like a traditional Key
Yeah.
West, Fort Myers Beach.
Mhm.
How long
Um,
does it take start to finish for a modular home? That's a question from Kathy in the audience.
Depending on obviously everything, it's they're giving us like 7 to 9 months. So
From when
we
you get
gave an
permits.
average.
How do you
Yeah.
Actually, what happens, and we can talk about this
Yes.
more so, at the event, but as you're doing the design process, the builder is actually working on the permits. So they're able to shorten down that time frame just a little bit because of that. And they'll be able to tell you how that process
Mm-hmm.
works when we see you on the 23rd. And if people are not here in town, they can feel free to give us a call and
Mm-hmm.
we will get them in touch with the builder so they can work with that builder and ask all the
Right.
questions, the necessary questions.
Well, go ahead and
And they
give out.
actually work in unison. So with Affinity, so the Millworth group will be working here on Fort Myers Beach on their particular home, while their home is actually being constructed in Georgia.
Okay, so they build the homes in Georgia,
Yep.
and they then move them down to Florida and put them on the lot, put
Yep.
the pilings in, and how does that work with? I'm sure you figured it out, but Florida contractors have to be Florida contractors, but they're in Georgia. How does that all work?
So Millworth is the Florida contractor.
I
They're
see.
the builder.
I see.
Okay, so the actual modular home is coming from Georgia, but the builder is Millworth. So they're the ones who are putting and constructing it together.
I see.
So as they're building the home up in Georgia, then they're starting the work down here, the
Right.
pilings.
Yeah, they're prepping the lot. They're
prepping
doing the
and-
pilings, and they're actually doing the design work also
Okay.
beforehand, and then finishing it up.
So, and the average home will cost how much from?
Yeah, it depends. It starts at $325 a square foot.
Right. I
Yeah,
have
so you
no
have to
idea what
do-
that means.
So a 1,500 square foot home at 325. What's the math on that? About 600,000.
Okay.
Yes,
For how big?
1,500.
Oh no.
Am I math wrong?
No, it'd be about like 375.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Okay.
there. She's good with math.
375.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
affordable for
Yeah.
most people on the
Yeah.
beach, not
Yeah.
for somebody that lives in Gateway, but for some. No.
Yeah.
So, are you getting good feedback yet, or are you
We've
really
gotten
just entering the
great
market?
feedback.
We absolutely have. So
Yeah,
we're really
so
excited about
Like I
this.
said, we've been able to talk to some of the people who are potentially going to sell. And instead of selling, we've been able to
Yeah.
get them in contact with Millworth, and they've been able to get them a design going. So they're working with that instead of trying to sell.
You
So
know, go ahead.
that's a good thing.
The thing that's most interesting too is that selling right now, the property values down there just don't seem to be going down. People can make a killing
Yeah.
selling their property. So it'd be nice for them to be able to see an option where they'd be able to stay where they really wanted to retire forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd love for people to be able to stay, but property values are continuing to stay put. We've had a little bit of a slowdown this last week
Mhm.
with our listings and showings, but we're hoping that it's temporary. It's a spring break kind of week. It's
Yeah.
a holiday week. So
Right.
let's see what next week brings.
Why should people come to the event?
Because they can find out so much about what they can actually do. So sorry.
My cord, no, not
Oh, it's not okay. They can find out about the different options that they have, and I think that's really, really important. And one of the things that we're also going to be doing is we're going to be contacting the township of Fort Myers Beach just to find out what the rules and regulations are for setback, just to make sure that we know what the rules and regulations are as we look at each lot, because of the 50% rule.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to have somebody from the town there. They're very cooperative.
That is an absolutely wonderful idea, and we'll do the invitation. Won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you already contacted somebody
I
with the
did.
city too.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we're
we
working on
did.
that.
Yeah,
We'll see if
they've been-
somebody can get there.
They've been great at trying to get people to stay and trying to get people to rebuild and the whole
Yeah.
thing. So I'm sure they'd be open to
Yeah.
having somebody come down there explain the rules, because sometimes the rules aren't that easy to understand.
They're not that easy.
They're
They're
not.
ever changing. So I feel like we got it under control with our buyers and advising our buyers. And then the next day is a whole new set of rules. So we're just trying to go with the flow.
And again, the event is April the 23rd at 5615 Lewis Street on Fort Myers Beach, 12:30 to 3:30. We'll be doing a live show from 1 o'clock to 2:30 so that you can hear the panel talk about what's going on down there with these fine folks. Wherever you're living and wherever you're watching, if you have property down there that you're considering rebuilding on, we hope that you'll tune in or come to the free event and check out everything that's going on. You should keep every option open when you're thinking about rebuilding on Fort Myers Beach, especially if you want to stay down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do we miss anything?
No, Annie, do you want to give your phone number out?
Yes, please do.
Yes,
Contact
so
information is
If
important.
you have any questions about the event or anything actually in general about this, just give me a call or text me. And my phone number is 239-227-7469. Look forward to hearing from you.
And thank you guys for coming on so
Thank you
much,
for
and
having
we
us.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
rushing down
Appreciate
here and sharing the information. And we'll look forward to seeing you on April 23rd, which is a Sunday. Right. Thank you very much for coming down. All right, folks. We appreciate these guys coming down. And again, the event is April the 23rd at 5615 Lewis Street. Thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Sunday, April the 23rd. What is she doing? What is she doing? All righty. So I do need to tell you, of course. Oh, here she is now. Here, let me give you back your microphone. Take my microphone. Here you go. And before we continue on, we got to tell everybody about
I
Mike.
keep getting it
hold on.
backwards. Okay.
About Mike Bannock. Folks, there's a lot of stuff still going on Fort Myers Beach. And if you need your place demolished, if you need some debris removal, interior demo, lot leveling, utility cap off for permitting, you need to call Mike Bannock. Mike is the man. That's all you need to know. Mike is the man. And his phone number is 352-636-3719. There's still, believe it or not, there's still stuff that needs to be demolished down there. There's still stuff that needs to be removed. Every time you go down there, you see something else that used to be standing that is no longer standing, and it's on the sidewalk now. And so if you are in that boat and you need some demolition, you want to call Mike. Mike has been a friend of the show for the longest time, and we appreciate his business.
He and I still haven't done. Aren't we supposed to do a push-up contest?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
How would that?
I think that came up
Yeah.
one time on the show.
All right. Call Mike Bannock if you need your house knocked down or if you
I gotta
just
get the
want to
bag.
challenge him to some push-ups. There you go. You may need your house appraised because that's still going on 6 months later. That is still going on. StevesAppraisalService.com. Yesterday, I got an email from somebody who needed a builder and she needed an appraisal. I sent her right along to Steve at Steve's Appraisal Service, and he's going to call her and he's going to take care of her. They're locally owned. They were on the show. They were on the show here. It's a husband and wife team, and they can take care of you. If you need an appraisal, you want to go with somebody that you can trust, that's StevesAppraisalService.com. Call Steve on his cell phone if you need an appraisal. His cell phone is 219-405-8283. 219-405-8283. And we want to thank Steve because he's the one that brought the stage to our last concert that we had in Times Square. And we're having another concert in Times Square. Not in Times Square, sorry, in Moss Marina on April the 29th.
Are you
Steve's
going to
Appraisal.
let me get a word in?
Yeah, got to take care of our people that are
I
taking
know.
care of us. What do you got going on in that baggie there?
So, well, you got to talk to one of our folks that follows us who loves the dogs. And it was Candy. And I was saying to her, I said, I noticed the other day that you hadn't been on and I was afraid you had offended her. And she said she was in Facebook jail for
a month.
for a picture, but she came down and
Wait, what's the
from
picture?
Connecticut.
Wait.
Well, I don't want to get in Facebook jail,
Okay.
but she made me an ankle
She
bracelet.
told me the picture.
I know, this beautiful ankle
Oh.
bracelet. And then she made these amazing things that you can hang from your rear view mirror. And
Wow, look at
Yes.
her going at it.
yes,
We love when people give us
so
gifts.
she made this one for you.
You don't have to, though. Wait, I'm not wearing jewelry. What does that
you
say?
You hang it from your rear view mirror.
Oh, I
and
see.
it says Beach Talk Radio.
Wow, very
Yes.
nice. Thank
So
you.
you got a
That's
black
very
one?
nice.
I got a blue one. I love that. And can you
Yeah.
see it? And we have a couple extras. So she said we could give those away to great people. I know
All
Marie's got to get one. And because she's always commenting about the dogs, homemade
Wow.
chicken jerk treats.
The dogs
So,
are going to
yeah,
go
the
crazy.
dogs
for
are gonna
that.
go
There's going to be
nuts.
lots of shit all around
So
the
don't-
house after that.
The dogs go outside. Why do you have to bring everything down like that? So the dogs are Cookie and Callie are very excited to get their treats.
Anything else in that bag?
Well, there was
$50
coffee
in there.
money
What's going
in
on with
there.
that?
Yeah.
Wow. We love when
Yep.
you guys give us coffee money.
coffee
It's so
money.
amazing how everybody knows what
Marie's
the coffee
already
thing is.
now taken one of the.
You and Marie been hanging out a little bit today. You
I know,
guys
we
are like
gotta-
buddies.
we
Marie
shared
has
a
done a
good
lot
time.
for us today. She
Yes.
went down to our vendor in Cape Coral. We have the vendor in Cape Coral is the one that's in charge of the zip up hoodies. And I really put the screws to those people because we get so many orders for the zip up hoodies that I don't like not being able to ship them, after a week when they pre-order them. And so they're a little behind on putting them out, but they do such a good
You need
job.
to give 2 weeks.
They do such
and
a
a
good
date.
job, and people are very patient. We got
You're
this.
not the only person that they have.
know.
They're a big.
They were telling me about
operation.
some fish some fishing tournament that they had to do shirts for. But when I went there yesterday, they had all the zip up hoodies on the machines, and they were hammering out the logos. I mean, I have to admit, it's pretty cool to see when your hoodies are on, 15 machines and they're popping your logo on that, because you know that they're trying to get a gigantic order done for us. So that's pretty cool. So we did pick up some. Did you pick up some black tank tops today, or just pullovers? We got the medium pullover hoodies. So we're trying to restock the shelves as fast as we can, and we appreciate everybody being
Marie needs
patient.
some coffee.
Yeah, it was a crazy day today. So, and the events that we have coming up is, but back to the coffee thing. It's funny how the coffee thing has kind of taken a life of its own. Like, everybody knows it's not really coffee. Everybody calls it the coffee thing, but they know that they're basically supporting the show. And today was another good day, because the interview that I did with the manager from Surfside, really,
The mayor.
the mayor, about the new town manager here from Surfside, really, I think, put people somewhat at ease.
I transcribed that interview, and he was
over the moon about the guy.
Said, "Don't worry, because when I get to be mayor again, I'm hiring him back." I was like, "Uh-oh.
It's going to be a bidding war.
Uh-oh."
And I interviewed him last Monday, which, I mean, yeah, I have to admit, the whole situation it has to be totally bizarre. Here's some goofball sitting in the corner on Facebook interviewing 4 candidates that are finalists for the job of town manager, but they were all nice and they all came over, and I honestly, from the beginning, I thought he was the best candidate, and I'm glad they picked him, and I guess we'll see. I mean, we'll see. It's a major job ahead of him, and he did deal with a major catastrophe, a national tragedy, when that building fell down in Surfside and 98 people died. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like there are 1,000 managers out there that have dealt with Category 4.5 hurricane, where every single structure on that 7-mile stretch. I mean,
I thought it got recategorized as a 5.
It was a 5 in the water, but they downgraded it to a 4 when it hit land. So, I mean, whatever. It was a major nightmare, and so the music's getting louder here. They're ready to kick our asses out of here. Yeah, that's fine. So tomorrow, of course, a lot of things going on tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be doing the walk around video. I can't even hear myself speak. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the walk around video at 8:00, starting at Lazy Way. And then at 11 o'clock, the show, we're going to have the head of Project Hope on, and then we're going to have Karen Woodson on. So it's going to be crazy tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. Please come to Wahoo Willie's nice and early tomorrow so that you can have a nice early morning drink with us and enjoy the show live. We're going to have plenty of gear to sell, like you can see behind us tomorrow. And thank you very much for tuning in. Anything else you want to say?
No, we'll just see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.